Hey everybody, how's it going? It's stream night, and I'm very excited. It has been a hot minute. Sorry, I'm just listening to levels here. Okay, cool. So we do have music, it's just nice and quiet, which is probably what we want. Yeah, it's stream night. Let's see, I have been busy over the past week or two. This week I took off of work just cuz, and so I've been trying to use this time to do some open source work, working on my game, but also I have a couple of libraries that I've been making updates to and getting them ready for re-release. One of them that I've built like 7 or 8 years ago that I'm rebuilding now. I've actually got all of the refactoring and everything is done. It's updated, it's modern. So I'm really excited to get it out there. The big issue is just getting the deployment pipeline working, but I think it's in a good enough spot that I can at least use it for my game tonight, so we don't have to bother with like setting up GitHub Actions, which is going to be terribly uninteresting. Cannot find module. Oh, okay, I see the issue here. I need butts. I actually broke one of my thingies here. Let's see. I'll do that on stream rather than doing it where y'all are like, what is this guy doing right now? Anyways, what's going on, Kiwi? Hola, mi amigo, ¿cómo estás? I will speak English now. Hey, Ian, how's it going? Glad to have you both here. Yeah, so let's see. What's everybody been up to this week? I know, like I said, I've been messing around with some open source work. Also, lots of housework. Like I cleaned up my garage. I hung some bikes from the ceiling. That's most of what I've done this week. But I've tried to also, do some coding as well, because that's fun for me. What's everybody else been up to this week, though? Oh, I finished The Last Kingdom last night, which is a historical fiction on Netflix that, by the way, is very, very good. Like, I liked Game of Thrones, but the ending I was very upset by. I was like, this is trash. Like, this is a trash way to like bring this series in for a landing. I was very dissatisfied. But The Last Kingdom, I hit the series finale last night, and like it's the complete opposite. The whole show, like, it started out just a little bit slow, and then I got to the end and it was like, oh, okay, this is getting really good. And then the final episode, I was like, that could not have been a more perfect send-off. Like, it was just... And apparently, there's a feature film, 2-hour feature film coming next year, early next year. So I'm actually really excited. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for that. I have not caught up on the latest episode of Moon Knight. Probably watch that tonight, hopefully, with my wife. Curl up and throw it on. Get caught up with that. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. Let's see. It's my favorite person named after a crypto hardware wallet. What? Do not tell me there is not a hardware wallet named Trezzy. Also, hey, Moody, but no, there cannot be. I will sue. I will. It's a registered trademark. Trezzy is well on its way to being a registered trademark in the United States, and I will. Ain't nobody putting my name on crypto. Anyways, hey, Moody, I'm glad you're here. And as is perfectly in character for you, just stir in the pot the moment you show up. Kiwi, I've not been really doing a ton of eventful stuff lately. Ian says, I don't know why I've been more tired than usual this week. I think the weather is changing. Yeah, we've had some wild weather. I think it snowed last week. Now it's back. I think our high yesterday was like 60, or Tuesday was like 66. It got pretty far up there, which is when I did most of my housework stuff. It was a lot of fun. Oh, Trezor. Trezor is the name of it. I still don't like it, but I don't think I can sue that one. That one, it's like just barely different enough. But I'm watching them. I've been told I enter stream chats with main character energy, and I can't disagree with that. You and me both. Like, I've heard that from several streamer friends. That, like, you show up, and it's like, that's just... You're the person now. You're just the person. That's just how it works. Oh, that's awesome, though. That's awesome. And no, Ian, you have not missed the fortune cookie. And because I'm trying to accelerate the consumption of these cookies before they all go super duper still. Oh, am I blurry? Am I still blurry? I don't know. Let's see. That seems less blurry now, but maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know. If it's still blurry, I'll try and like manually focus or something. We'll see if that works. I really need to get a mirrorless camera for this setup with autofocus on a lens rather than the webcam. I've been trying to do that, but it's very expensive. Anyways, so I'm trying to accelerate cookie consumption, and so I was gonna do 2 cookies, except I realized this one right here, I'm putting no ceremony here because there's no fortune. Well, we'll open 3 at the beginning. It's fine. I sat here and dug through them all and carefully curated 2 of them that were in really good shape, not cracked and whatever. I gotta head off, but it's nice to see you again. Yeah, it's good to see you too, Moody. I'm glad you stopped in, man. I really appreciate it. Also, the wife and I are seriously considering a trip to Kiwi Land sometime next year, so keep your eyes out for that. We might be coming for you. Anyways, all right. Let's pop this cookie. There we go. That good cookie Foley. That's going to be one of my t-shirts. Good cookie Foley. Seriously, hit me up if you do. I will. I always intend to... Considering a move to the U.S. All right, I'll DM you later. Because I'm interested in why on earth you would think that's a good idea. But I'd love to have you here, but why? Anyways, all right, later, Moody. Later again. Let's read our cookie, I guess. There is someone owing so many thanks to you. Oh, that's actually really nice to think about. I honestly, I always hope that I am helping people out, that I'm providing like value for other people, and not like capitalist value, but like emotional support value, like educational value, just things that actually help people and move the needle societally rather than economically. So that's nice. That's nice to hear. There's someone owing so many things to you. That feels good. I know it's a fortune. I know I don't have to care, but still, I like it, and it makes me feel good, so deal with it. Would you mind if you pack me in a suitcase and bring me to New Zealand? Well, Kiwi, we can talk about it. I mean, I feel like you could also just fly yourself. I'm just throwing that out. Time to go write a code editor in React with a sad face, a disappointed face. Uh-oh. Second cookie. That good cookie Foley. All right. Second fortune for the evening. To find ourselves, we must first lose ourselves. I feel like we've gotten this one before. I don't think that's new. And it doesn't feel particularly profound to me. Maybe it does to others. It doesn't feel profound to me. Like, I don't like it. I kind of get what it's trying to say, but ultimately, meh. I'm meh on that fortune. That's what we should do. We should rate the fortunes. We should probably, we should get a rating system on the fortune bot. That would be fun. I think that would be. Maybe nobody else would find it fun. I think that would be a lot of fun. All right. I'm going to put some honey in my tea, and then we can dig into some code. Kiwi says, as you probably know, I can't afford a round-trip ticket to New Zealand. Why's it gotta be a round trip? I imagine you want to stay there, and that cuts the cost in like half, I think. No, I know, I get it. Plus, you've got like all of the work of getting passports together. You've got to pay for the passports and stuff. It's just a giant pain in the butt. I think it was 10 divided by the sum of the numbers on the back. I think it was a 10. What? I don't get it. I am also moving to Alabama soon, so yeah. Oh, did y'all find a house down there? Fortune cookie ratings? Oh, 10 out of the sum of the numbers on the back. I love that. That's so much fun. So that's like 120, 130, 140, 157. So that'd be out of 157 for this one. That's really fun. I like that a lot. Not yet, but you're looking. Okay. Yeah, I know I've been through Alabama because I've been through all 50 states, but I can't remember if I actually spent any time in Alabama. I don't think so. I spent time in Georgia and in Louisiana, but not in Alabama. A little bit of time in Arkansas. I think I need to guess higher next time. Yeah. There's usually at least 140 in those numbers. There's like, I should really do the actual averaging, but I think there's usually at least 140. There's at least 2 single digits. There's at least 2 double digits in the teens, and then the rest of them are sort of crapshoot randomization of the rest. But yeah, it's around about there. I did verify all of the duplicate fortunes that we found. They also have the same lucky numbers. So they're printing the same fortune with the same lucky numbers. There's no... is what I've got to say about that. Anyways, all right. My tea is sufficiently honeyed. Yes, it is. And I think it's time for some code. What do y'all think? Shall we dive in? Whomp! You know what? I keep doing this thing where I like hit the laptop, hit the button to switch to this screen, and then I stare at my monitor to make sure it transitions, and then I realize, oh yeah, I'm actually staring at YouTube, not at like OBS. And it's not ideal. Oh, you were born in Alabama. Nice. Okay. All right. So code. So thing that I need to fix. I just looked at this and realized the issue is that I can't find the changelog package in here. So we actually need to revert a commit because I made a change here. Git log. Which commit is it? Ensure checkout. Yeah, use pre-built. I'm actually going to ditch this one. So we're going to do git revert and then that commit hash and then git push. Okay. Later, Ian. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Or thanks for hanging out, man. Okay. So now, if we go to actions. All right, it's reverting. It's going to try and do some releasiness. I don't know if it might gripe at me because I used like a default revert message rather than a revert type, like conventional commit message. But I guess we'll find out here in just a second. Yeah, so this whole library has been just a lot of fun to update, honestly. Like, it's been great. I wrote this years ago when I was working with GoPro. They were working on their like GoPro user focused social media platform, and the idea was like GoPro users could share their videos on the GoPro platform. And so one of the projects that I was working on that was a video player, and so they wanted to what was it? They wanted to do something. I've completely lost track of everything now. They wanted to... Oh, they wanted to be able... Gosh, just completely unprepared for that. They wanted to be able to take a video and play it at whatever its normal frame rate was, so, or original frame rate. So like you could shoot, 15 frame per second videos on the GoPros without issue. Oh no. What? Oh, I already know exactly what the issue is with this, and I honestly don't even care that much right now. But the thing was that like scheduling multiple tasks to run at different frame rates in the web, like it's fine, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. Like it's a little bit I don't know. It's tedious is the word I'm looking for. So I wrote Raphael to make that a little simpler. And I put together some nice new docs, which I can publish the full-on version of now. Let's get that done real quick. Main. Let's see here. I also need to update some badges. Let's see. This should be publishable. Yeah, because it should be... Yeah, it's synced. Okay, so publish. Just the whole shebangy. Publish as part of a collection. Yeah, great. Confirm. Okay. Link and domain. Need to, Need to update that. Yeah, we've got some stuff showing up. There's an actual min-zip size. There's a version on NPM. Tester passing. I can get rid of this release thing because that's not valid anymore. I don't know what this missing badge is, but that sucks. I'll fix that. Coverage, repo not found. That's all right. We'll get there. That probably just needs a few refreshes or a little bit of time or something. Okay. So, where's the settings for, like, the URLs and whatnot? Where are the settings? Is it this? I don't even know. Personal? Okay, trezzy.getback.io. That's great. Cool. Now, Raphael. What's the URL? Oh, there we go. Okay, I can just copy this for now. It's fine, whatever. Okay, there we go. Wait, no, that's not right, because that's like within the app. Is it published? It looks like it is. Let's do this. Maybe I have it on the wrong. Yeah, there we go. Now I got it fixed. Okay, so this will be Raphael save. Okay. Now, there we go. Much better. Okay, so we're going to, let's see. This one is main, but I don't think it says that up in the top left. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering some documentation that I have. Maybe it's broken and I don't realize it. I hope not. Hard to say, though. Why is this taking so long? This is not awesome. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that says Big Math up there, and it's got the collection stuff. So maybe I need to go here. Oh, yep, that's the issue. Whoops. Okay, so now I can come over here and edit. Let's see, go back to main and public, and let's change the link stuff and say, like, blam. We'll just get rid of it. Save. No? Okay. Cool. Link domain settings. Just call it main. Save. Okay, what is it over here? This one is big math. It doesn't have one. Oh, I see. Okay, so here I need to update this to in collection, confirm, and now I can go to the collection and update this, and now I can make it Raphael. No! I'm gonna figure it out. I swear I am. I swear. Link domain settings. It's in collection. Link domain settings. Let's just say main. Main-1. Maybe Raphael main. There. Okay. Now I should be able to update this one to point to the right thing. Just get rid of the -1. Save. Yes. Okay. Now, if I go to the link, everything should be hunky-dory. There we go. Wait, it still says main in the top. Why does it say main in the top? Oh, man. There we go. Okay, because I needed a hard refresh. All right. There we go. So we've got main. We can also add beta, but it doesn't really matter right now. Okay. Huh. Glad that's over. All right. Docs are published, and I should be good to just ignore this for now. And I'll deal with it later. Okay. So, now we can get into the cool stuff, which is settings, controls. All right, we've got this pad over here, and this pad is ripe for messing about. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to go on into here. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that for now because we will have a D-pad connected when I get around to it. We're gonna go to debug now. Close up Raphael. Okay. Now things we need to do are add. Actually, first is go back to the debug directory. All right, yarn add Raphael. No, not Rafali. Raphael. There we go. Okay, there we go. Version 5. And yeah, we've got it. Cool. So let's get into source component. Actually, we're going to create a hook. We're going to start off by just creating a hook. So we've got our use request animation frame, and this is essentially what we're going to do. We're going to recreate our use request animation frame, but we're going to call it use Raphael. And then we're going to do the same things we're doing with our request animation frame, but we're going to do it with Raphael. Okay, so we've got Raphael in here, and now what we want to do is use effect. So we're going to do Raphael.schedule callback will be at the full frame rate, and otherwise we can just sort of trash all this. We can return Raphael, or a function that calls Raphael.unschedule. Yeah, we need a const task ID. Unschedule takes the task ID, not the callback. Cool. Okay, what's the problem here? What's your beef? Not assignable to parameter of type. What? What are you griping about? That doesn't even make sense. Argument of type. I am very confused. Okay, let's just do this. Let's just write it from scratch. Okay, it's not griping at me now. Task ID equals Raphael.schedule callback. Okay. And we're going to return and fresh function calls Raphael.unschedule task ID. Not assignable to parameter of type effect callback. So it's saying there's an issue with this. It's just because, okay. Because it's trying to handle returns and stuff, and that's not a deal. Okay, so callback, we're actually going to rename this to task. The task to be added to Raphael schedule. Okay, and then dependencies we need to handle down here. And then the task. We need to add this ESLint up here. ESLint disable thingy maboober. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of the original because that doesn't matter anymore. Dependencies, a list of dependencies that upon change will cause the hook to reset. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but that's what we're gonna go with for now. Okay, dokie. So we have user Raphael, and that's pretty much all that I care about right now. Like that should do everything. I need to rename the actual hook. Let's see. Schedules, manages, scheduled tasks on Raphael, with Raphael. Cool. Now, let's go pretty much everywhere that we've got, get rid of that, /debug. Everywhere that we've got use request animation frame. Yeah. Okay, so the timer is one place that we're going to do it, and the control settings is the other one where I really care about it. Okay, so we're using use request animation frame right now. We're using it down here to do this update stuff. So we're going to change that to use Raphael. And let's see, I think we're going to update this to be like a callback. Say use callback. Whoops. Just totally biffed it on that one. Const foo equals that. Just so it has a name for now. Okay. Come on down here and pass it in. I guess I need to also import use Raphael. Okay, everything is pretty well hunky-dory right now. What's your beef here? React hook callback has unnecessary dependencies. Game manager, select gamepad, set gamepads. What? Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, I want all three of those. Yeah, I want all three of those on the dependencies for, whoops. Here we go. And the dependencies for use Raphael. Okay. So that's in there. And this is going to be, like, do something. I don't know. I don't entirely know what it's actually doing right now. Let's see. We have what? Update gamepads. So this updates gamepads if there are gamepads. Otherwise, it filters gamepads so we only have ones that exist. And then, okay, so we update gamepads if they've changed. Got it. If our current gamepad state is different from our new gamepad state, then update this. Got it. Okay. So Let's see. Update gamepad state. Oh, gamepad change. Update gamepads. Yeah. We could probably pull that into the same function, the same callback. I think that might be a good idea. Let's see, do we use it anywhere else? Nope. Okay. So let's do that. Let's grab these. Come on down here and say, let should update equal false. Okay. And then here we'll say should update equals true. Just comment that out. Here, again, should update equals true. Yep, and then down here, say if should update, then we do all this stuff. Now we need to add the extra dependencies. It's already in there. There we go. Okay, so should we're gonna comment that out. We're actually just gonna get rid of those because that whole function can go. Yeah, this can go. This can get deleted. Yay, deleting code. Okay, should update. So it's just should update can just straight up equal that. Actually, we'll even simplify it a little further. We're gonna say if the gamepad count does not equal gamepads.length, then we should update right out of the gate, right? But that means here we can change this to if not should update, then we'll check the next thing. We'll check to see if the gamepads themselves. So this is saying, are there more or less gamepads? Are there more or fewer gamepads than there were before we checked last time? If so, update, right? If the number hasn't changed, then we need to go through the gamepads and make sure that none of them have changed. So like, did I disconnect a Switch controller and connect a PlayStation 5 controller at the exact same time? So now there are still two controllers, but one of them is no longer the same controller. That's what the second half of this is. So, now we say if should update, do the thing, which is great. So this is all good. Update game state, handled in there. Otherwise, I think this is set. So now, we want to do some magic to check actual gamepad state. So I've already done a lot of that work. Actually, let's reload this and make sure we don't have any big errors that I need to deal with first. Oh no, big error! Illegal invocation. Loop start schedule. Okay, so it's in use raw file. There is an illegal invocation. Not even sure what that means. Okay. Use raw file. I think we can do this and maybe that will help. Maybe it's just a context issue. I doubt it, but we'll find out. Nope, it's not that. Okay. Illegal invocation. Now, if I get rid of task and just run some random little thing, it's gonna be fine, right? Like that's what I expect, so let's check. controls. Oh no. That's just like right out of the gate. Okay, 24. Config request animation frame loop is an illegal invocation. Okay. Why? What? Okay. Let's just go change this in Raphael directly and see if we can figure out what's going on here. Raphael, where are you? There you are. So we'll go into lib and loop and right here. Let's just change this to window and see if it works right. I might need to actually restart so that it rebuilds properly. Okay, I'll do another refresh. Settings, controls, illegal invocation. Same spot it looks like. 3224. Huh. Oh, well, it's still using config, so that's one thing. Huh. But that shouldn't be an issue. Like, there's no good reason that that would be an issue that I can think of. Huh. Is it... Let's look up illegal invocation. I'm pretty sure it's context related, but let's just make sure. No, I don't want lambdas. Here we go. Okay, whatever. This will be fine, I'm sure. Still lambdas, whatever. Creating a lambda function that executes a second function. Okay. Nope. This is not helpful. When a function, calling a function whose this keyword isn't referring to the object where it originally did, i.e., when the context of the function is lost. Okay. So, I mean, we have a context parameter in Raphael. I just don't know what that context should be here. That's the hard part. So if we go to controls, right? We've got well, you know what? Let's try passing a context. What? Of window. Let's see if that is enough. If it is, great. If not, which I'm guessing it's not, no. Okay, so the problem, I'm pretty confident, is going to be that we have in our control settings, we have this function update gamepad state, and it is an arrow function inside of here. So I think the context might have to be the control settings, maybe? Let's try that. Let's say options. It's gonna be context this. And then go update use Raphael to take options. That'll be that. Okay. options, a list of options that will, let's see, an options object that will be passed directly to Raphael. Okay. See if that does anything. I'm not hopeful. Nope, still an illegal invocation. Okay. So... I wonder... if what I should really be doing is, well, task is just sort of called like it's a regular old function. Maybe what I really need to do is just not do this in the callback and do it all directly in my hook. I don't like it, but I will try it. Okay, let's grab the dependencies, because those are going to matter too. We just comment this whole thing out. Here, update dependencies. That's in there twice. Select gamepad's in there twice. Okay, control manager. Gamepads. Yeah, all in order. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, wish me luck. Fingers crossed. Nope. Nope, that's not going to do it either. Okay. Okay. Well, guessing I could probably skip the context there. That's actually probably a important thing to do. Let's try reloading. Controls. Nope. Negatory. Same place. So I wonder... This really shouldn't be a thing, though. Like, this shouldn't be an issue. So let's pop on over here. Add a debugger. And go to town. As soon as it gets to that, we'll see what's happening. Controls. Okay, debugger. So we've got Raphael. There's a config in there. There's a proxy, which is right. Oops. Okay, so let's step into, because I want to see inside of schedule. Okay, step. It's creating the task. This is all fine. It's gonna try to start the task. Gonna hit loop. Okay, and this is where it matters. Okay, we got task caller. Down here is the problem. Step over that. Step. Okay, so we've got config.request animation frame. So let's just log that out. Let's see what it is. Request animation frame. Okay. Is it the same as window.request animation frame? It is, which it should be. That's right. Okay. So is the problem then that config.requestAnimationFrame actually doesn't do what I expect it to do? That could be the problem. Okay. Okay, I think I get it. I think I see what's up. So if we go in here and we update, yeah, I can actually do this directly. So we can do, use Raphael. We'll do, let's do Raphael dot update config. And then that'll be request animation frame is going to be window dot request animation frame args. Let's see if that works. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. If that works, then we might be okay. Let's get rid of the debugger here. Yep, there we go. Okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back this up because there's a lot of stuff that I did here that I didn't want to do. So we're gonna go to that, leave update gamepad state as its own thing, and refresh again and see if it still works. And I'm pretty sure it does. Looked like it was just a second ago. Settings, controls, bam. Okay, perfect. So the issue, I understand now, and that's gonna require another change to request animate or to Raphael, which is an easy one. So it'll just take a second, and it'll make for a really easy patch fix. So lib config. So for the window proxies, we're going to return window with arcs. Yeah. So that way it actually gets executed from the window rather than from config, which is kind of a weird delineation, but that's okay. I'm glad it works. Okay, so let's just split the panel down real quick. Ah, split. There we go. Sure, quick update. Never mind then. Starting. Oh, because I need to do it there. Okay. cd // lib / Raphael. Okay. Git commit. No, git cz. I need that's added. Okay. Fix config. Ensure proper context for window methods. Yeah. Okay, I'm pushing that. And if we just take a look at GitHub here in just a minute, we'll have a new version released and everything will be magic and great. If we go to actions, looks like it might have already published. Nope, nope, not yet. What was that email about then? Oh, that was a reminder that I need to take the trash out. Oh, man. Come now, release. Do a release for me. Boom, 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 boom. I really enjoy this music. The stream beat stuff from Harris Heller. It makes me happy. It's good stuff. Okay. Running semantic release. Get tag 500. So 501. Yep. Published. Done. Okay. So we can do in debug, we do yarn upgrade interactive. That'll give us Raphael. And we'll update it 501. Okay. We'll just restart our game. Continue. Nope. Settings is what I wanted. Controls. Oh, right. I still have this running in here, and I can actually get rid of it now. At least I should be able to. And everything will still work. Controls. Yes! All right. There's a minor bug, but we found it. We fixed it. Everything's good. 501 has been released. Okay. Now I can trash this stuff. Awesome. Awesome. So that's like the most perfectest thing too. Because now I can go back to debug. Let's make sure Raphael's closed up. Okay. Go to our game stuff. Game. Controls manager. Okay. So we have a controls manager, and I think we can just instantiate a new one. It'll just sort of be fine. Actually, we don't have to, because we have one on our game manager that already exists. It automatically has a controls manager, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, get controls manager. Which is nothing, but I'm assuming it gets created when we start. Yep, new controls manager. Okay, great. Pretty sure I could also just put that straight up here. I don't know why I don't. Yeah, I don't know why I don't. And why isn't renderer just like a thing? Structure. Oh, because it does like window stuff. So that one makes more sense. Okay. We'll just leave it the way it is. It's not hurting anything, and it does work, so we'll leave it alone for now. Probably the smarter choice. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So we have a controls manager here. So what we need to do is just start running update in our own use Raphael. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So we can do... Oh, excuse me, my goodness. We can do game manager. So we've got a controls manager. Oh, we're already popping it off there. So, okay. So we update gamepad state. We're going to do controls manage. No, we're going to use Raphael. Another task that we're going to schedule on it. Separate task. For now, we'll just make it an anonymous function. Do controls manager as a dependency controls manager dot update. That's it. Just update every time. Every time. Okay. We could also... Oh, we need to pass like an empty object there. Yeah. No, I'm going to rewrite use Raphael. I don't like the way that it works. I don't like the function signature. It's too convoluted. So let's go to hooks. Let's go to use Raphael. Instead of taking things this way, we're going to do, because there's multiple things, we're going to do a config. And then const. We're going to destructure everything from the config. Okay. Options and dependencies will both be optional. That'll be an object. Configuration for the hook. Okay. So we've got all that stuff in there. Now we can go back to control settings. Let's update use Raphael. So now instead of just passing the thing, we'll do task is update gamepad state. Then we don't need to pass options. We do dependencies. And there we go. think that makes sense. I think that makes more sense. So let's do dependencies. Yeah. That was just like way more complex than it needed to be, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the JS comment. That's not what I wanted. I want to ESLint. Ignore. Next line. JSDoc / require JSDoc. That's not your beef? Missing JSDoc comment. JSDoc / required -JSDoc. Disable, not ignore. There we go. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that should be right. Okay. Now, if we go into Controls Manager, actually, that's where I want to be right now. Let's see. Gamepad update. It's going to go into the gamepads. Call update on them. Where's our update function? Here it is. Okay. Axes, buttons. I thought I had a thingy in here where I could just like flip the switch and it would like console log just the diff, but maybe I got rid of that? Which is kind of butts, but that's all right. That's all right. Okay. We're just going to assume that it's working for now. We'll do more testy stuff after we get through this. So use raw file. Okay, control manager dot update. And then, let's see. I think we've got gamepad state. Set gamepad state. It's going to be a use state hook. No. Okay. So we'll say update and then set gamepad state to controls manager. Let's see. Selected gamepad. What is that? Gamepad's 0. Hang on. Let's just console log selected gamepad. Maybe that's all I will need. Why is that not console logging? Because it should be. Uh-oh. Well, that doesn't seem ideal. Task. Oh. We're not actually passing the stinking task. There we go. Okay. Undefined. Well, that would explain some things. Okay, selected gamepad. So we're actually going to connect a gamepad. Make sure it's hooked up. Yep, it is. Okay. So now if I go to settings, controls. All right. There we go. We've got a gamepad. A gamepad is like the full-on gamepad. So I can just get the state direct. Yeah, so I can just tell it to update, and then we can use that state directly. Excellent. That's perfect. That's perfect. So if we do an update, that'll update all the gamepad states, and then we can go to selected gamepad dot state. I think that's where I store that stuff. Dot state, yeah. And then I'll have buttons and axes. Okay. Okay. So Now I need to pass this stuff into gamepad template. So we'll do gamepad equals selected gamepad. There's not a thing that exists on gamepad template yet, so that's fine. Okay. So we'll add it. Props dot gamepad. The gamepad to use. The gamepad to be emulated by this template. Okay. Dot object. Yeah. By default, it will be null. So I think what we'll do is say if there's not a selected gamepad, then, or we only render the template if there is a selected gamepad. And I don't really have to care as much about it being null. At that point, it doesn't matter. So now if we go to settings, controls, there's no gamepad, so there's no template being rendered. Yeah! As soon as I connect it, bam, there we go. Can't read property of null reading axes. Update axis for gamepad. Okay. Gamepad.js50. So that's going to be here. Line 50, it says. So here. Okay. Cannot read properties of null. Reading axes. State. Okay, so state is null. When does state get created? In initialize state. Where does that get called? When we create the gamepad. So it should have state. Let's do console.log. Initializing gamepad. Okay, let's go to the settings, controls, get it connected. Okay, and okay, so we've got initializing gamepad. Can I read properties of null reading axes? So okay, let's come down here, line 50, where we've got update axis. Updating axis. Okay, we'll do these. And then this dot state. Okay. Settings, controls. Connected. Okay, so now we do have stuff. Okay. Let's refresh again. Maybe it's like a first load issue. No, we still see it. Okay. So it errors once and then it keeps going. So let's just put a debugger in there and see. Just take a closer look. Controls. Select it. Okay, debugger. Now, we've got this. Here's the gamepad. And it seems to have state as an object with axes and buttons. So, what's the problem? Yeah, can't read property. Oh, no. Line 56, column 38. It's here now. Oh, does it not have a mapping? Is that the actual issue? Was I looking at the wrong thing? I probably was, because I was looking at state, but mapping is the thing that seems to be missing. So when does mapping get set? Get mapping is an async thing. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we've got a gamepad template, and we're gonna say, if let's see, let's go to gamepad. Let's add an isReady property. Is ready. Maybe is mapped. I think that's not a bad idea. Okay. And then that'll start out as false. Then once we get to, let's see, we'll get rid of that too. Once we get to get mapping. Okay, the whole thing gets done. This dot is mapped equals true. Yeah. Seems good. Let's see. This, template source. It's gonna be null. Come on down here, say, that comes from template name, and that comes from here. Okay. Got it. So we'll say this dot template source equals this, and then we'll use that for this. Okay, and now yeah, now I have all sorts of good stuff here. Okay. Why are you griping about the return? What's the deal? Unnecessary return. Each then should return a value or throw. Return null. I guess why don't I just await this? So we're not using the value of it, so we just await template image.decode. No idea why I used a then here. I think that's fine. I think that is just Andy. Okay, so this dot is mapped, this dot template. Okay, so now we can just trash this. So we just need it to update controls manager. That's all. So we can even just pass it directly, I think. We might have to pass in context. I'm not positive. Let's see if it works. Or if we get lots of big errors. Yes, got an error. Okay, so I need to pass a context, options, context, controls manager. That should fix that. Settings, controls. There we go. All right, connect it. We're still getting this error. That's because we're trying to use the mapping when it doesn't exist yet. So, got the gamepad template. We're gonna go into the gamepad. Got a gamepad here. We can actually import gamepad. So that we can use the type here. Okay, I've got a gamepad. And then we'll say if gamepad.is ready. I think is mapped is what I wanted. Then we'll do a thing. But we need to actually add that is mapped. So we've got the private version. Let's see, where do we set it? We set it get mapping right here. Is mapped becomes true. So now down here we need an is mapped. It'll become this.hash is mapped. Then we're also gonna add a template source. Oh, it has an is ready. Okay, fine. I guess template source isn't necessary either because I can grab it from template directly. Okay. All right. I apparently thought further ahead than I realized. A lot of this stuff is already ready for me to use. Whoops. Okay. So we're coming over here. Is ready is what I want. Oh, no. There we go. Then we'll render the gamepad sprite sheet. If it is not ready, then we will render loading. Private field is map must be declared in an enclosing class. Oh, right. Because I added is mapped, and then I removed it. That doesn't need to exist. Okay. Now we should be working again. Controls. We got all the buttons, but it's all off of this. Okay. Okay. Let's see, what's the best way? What I need to do is I need to, when the gamepad is ready, I need to update the UI. So what we can do, I guess, let's add a use effect. And then here we're going to say if the selected gamepad changes, then we'll update. Selected gamepad. Nope. Dot once ready. Say gamepad let's do this. Let's do this inside the gamepad template. I think that makes more sense here. Gamepad template. Or does it? I'm having trouble. Yeah, I think we need to keep it out here. I think this actually is the thing that makes the most sense. Okay. Gamepad is ready. Set gamepad is ready. It's going to default to false. And then when selected gamepad changes, which happens in a couple spots, we're going to also set gamepad is ready to, let's see, const gamepad equals this. Set to gamepad dot is ready. That way, if it's already ready, then it does the thing, and if it's not ready, then it sets a listener for this event. Okay. That needs to get added. Set gamepad is ready. Okay, and where else do we set our selected gamepad? Right here. Const gamepad equals this again. And then gamepad dot is ready. Okay. Anywhere else? I think that's gonna do it. Okay. Now, close that. And so what that'll do is if this fires an event that is ready, then it'll just do whatever is in this function, which isn't anything right now. Set gamepad is ready. To true. Okay. So now I need to update the gamepads because they are not currently event emitters. And that needs to be fixed. So, module imports, import, event emitter from events. Is that it? Seems right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now this is going to extends event emitter. Down in our constructor, we need to do a super. Okay. Everything should be fixed. And now, let's see. Get mapping does the things. So if the template and the mapping are both set, then it's ready. So now we can say this.emit ready. Okay, cool. So we've got that stuff. Once it says it's ready, we'll set the gamepad ready state to true. If gamepad is ready, if not, gamepad is ready. Then we set this listener. If it is ready, we don't need to do this. Okay. Cool. Return. Let's see. Let's make this a thing. Handle gamepad ready. Handle gamepad ready equals use callback. Just set it to true, and then nothing else matters. Just gonna handle gamepad ready. Needs to get added to this list as well. Okay. Cool. Handle gamepad ready is doing the things that I want it to do. So now, if not selected gamepad or gamepad, or if there, if there's not a selected gamepad, I'm gonna say select a gamepad. If there is a selected gamepad and gamepad is ready, is false, then say loading. Otherwise, if gamepad is ready, render the template. So we can get rid of that. Get rid of that. That and that and that. And none of that matters anymore. So we have our gamepad, and we'll use that here in a minute. But right now, I'm just gonna refresh it. Oh. That's not a thing that I want at all. Yeah. Refresh. Does not provide an export named emitter. Okay. Node event emitter. Okay, so it's just the whole thing. So if I just do gamepad not named, just the whole thing. Since value is not a constructor or null, but 18. So that's this event emitter. Okay. I mean, I could do my own implementation of event emitter. That just feels like completely unnecessary right now. Event emitter.js. Export class event emitter constructor. Nothing at all. Okay, we need to do JS doc. A class and entity that emits events. No useless constructor, that's fine. Event emitter, so we need on to be a function. Event name callback. Okay, say this dot handlers event name dot push callback handlers hash handlers. So it's private. Will become an object. And then we'll say, oh yeah, it's just an empty object. That's all. Okay, just handlers dot push. Let's see. If that doesn't exist yet, then we will make it into an array. I think. Yes, that should be fine. That should be fine. Okay. Say let handler q. We'll just call it q. It doesn't matter. Equal that. If not handler q, then do that, and then handler q equals that. Handler Q here too. Okay. event listener for a specific let's see. Sure, attaches an event listener. Why not? The name of the event to listen for. The function to be executed when the event is fired. Triggered. That's going to be function. That's a string. Okay. Great. There's our on method. Now we need an off method. Let's see. Get the handler queue. If there's not a handler queue, then in this case we can just return. Doesn't matter. Nothing to return, or nothing to remove from. Never reassign use comments. Fair. Now I want handler queue to be handler queue dot filter function return whether or not the function is equivalent to the callback. Or it's not equal. If it is the callback, we don't want it anymore. If it's not the callback, it doesn't matter. Yeah, seems fine. Okay, there's our off. That should work. Name of the event to remove the listener from the function to be removed from the event. Or the listener to be removed. Sure, seems fine. Okay. So handler queue is no longer going to be handler queue because I realized that that's a really bad name. Handler array. Seems fine. Better than nothing. Okay, so we've got off, we've got on. Now we need once. Event name callback. Okay, let's do JSDoc. Event listener that will be removed after immediately after the next time the event is triggered. Okay. There. Now what we're gonna do is this dot on event name. Pass our own function. Actually, const handler should really be listeners, not handlers. That feels better. Listener is going to be callback fired after we call this dot off. Now this makes sense. Okay. Dot off event name listener. ESLint, disable, next line, JSDoc / require JSDoc. Okay. So now we can do it once. And I think that will do it. Oh, emit. I need an emit function. Emit. Triggers an event. Param. It's going to be event name, which is a string. The name. I'll leave it to be triggered. Event name. Let's see. This dot hash listeners. Event name. On. Off is what I really care about. That's where we have a good example. Okay. Do a listener array. And then just loop over it. Got 4 each. It's going to be the listener. Called, let's see, we're going to add data. Be anything. Also, it's optional. Data to be passed to listeners for this event. We don't need that. Okay. So loop over all of them. We trigger them. That should do the trick. And our filter, I'm also going to update this to be listener. Okay, so we can emit a function, we can listen for, or we can emit event, we can listen for an event, we can remove events. We can listen for an event once. This should do the trick. I'm gonna like explode if this actually works first time. That would be the most wild thing I think that I would have ever done. But we're gonna see. / event emitter. Exploded. Cannot read properties of undefined reading once. Of undefined. Cannot read once. Okay. It's gonna be over here, right? Once. Okay. What we need to do is off with that. Okay. And then, actually, yeah, I need to go back to my event emitter. There's one more thing that I have to add, and that is the ability to remove a once listener. So the thing is, when you call on, we take the function and we attach it directly to the thingy. No big deal. Yeah. There might be a couple of issues here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I think. Oops. Sorry, puppy. I think what we want to do first off is in off. We actually want to reverse the array before we filter it. And the reason for that is because, and then reverse it again so it's forwards, because if I add the same callback as a listener twice, oh man, see the thing is, this is very complex. I guess we don't actually need to do the reverse. So if I add the same callback twice, then when I call off right now, it will just remove the listener every single time, right? Which is not what we want. So what we actually want to do is this dot, let's see. The listener array dot index of callback. Okay, then we say if const listener index listener array is greater than -1. Yeah. Then we will do a splice. I think splices are destructive, so I can just do it on the original. So if we've got 1, 2, 3 dot splice, I need that to be a variable. Foo dot splice. Start at 1, delete 1. So now if I do foo, we should have 1, 3. Okay, cool. That's what I expected. So we can just do listener array dot splice listener index 1, and that will delete 1 instance of the callback. So yeah, if I listen twice, right, and I use the previous version of off, then it would remove every listener that I previously had. But if I do it this way, if I get the index of 1, it'll just return the index of the first one. So if I get that index and then I splice to delete it, that just removes 1 instance of the callback from the listeners. So that seems good. Now the other thing, the main thing that I came in here for that matters, is that when we create this listener for once, if we try to off the callback, it won't work because our listener actually isn't the same anymore, right? Like it doesn't have that callback anymore, or it's not the same function as that callback. So we have to let's see, can I assign properties to an arrow function? Foo.bar equals as foo dir foo. Actually, let's do foo.bar. Oh, I super can. Okay. So what we can do is say listener dot original callback equals callback. And now when I do this, we'll say if, actually, instead of index of, we'll do find index listener return, let's see, if listener equals callback, then return true. Otherwise, if listener.original callback equals callback, then return true. Otherwise, return false. Okay. So that will loop through all the things and it will check all of the listeners. Okay, is this the same callback? No? Okay, let's check if it has an original callback property, and if it does that match the callback? If so, okay, we've found the index. That's what we want. So that will allow us to use off for removing once events, which is what we need. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see what we got. Okay. Cannot read properties of undefined reading once. Control settings 136. So that's this thing right here. Cannot read once. Oh. If gamepad is not ready, if there is a gamepad and gamepad is not ready, then we do this. We shouldn't do this if there's no gamepad, obviously. Okay, settings, controls. Okay. Let's connect to gamepad. Ooh. Big errors, okay. Selected gamepad.once is not a function. Why not? Console.log. Selected gamepad. Oh, because it's selected gamepad.gamepad. See if that works. Settings, controls. Okay. Oh, whoa! Whoa! What? Button previous value, new value. Where is it putting that out from? Oh, see, I do have a console login here. I didn't realize it was in there. Okay, so it's loading, but it doesn't seem to think that it's actually ready now. So that's something to figure out. Okay. All right, I think what we're gonna do is actually, instead of checking whether or not it's ready, we're just gonna assume that it's not ready, and we'll set these listeners. And it doesn't really matter. Like, if it doesn't fire, it won't do anything. I think that might fix our persistent loading issue. Oh, event emitter can't read properties of undefined, reading for each. Okay. Oh, okay. So the issue there is we're trying to emit, I think. Yeah. But if this doesn't exist, we don't want to do that. Okay. I guess I'll leave it on a single line then. Whatever. It's fine, ESLint. It's fine. Okay, settings, controls. Cannot read property of null reading axes. God, why? Why is that still a thing? Okay, go back to gamepad. Update axis. Comes from update. rotating the axis. Oh, that or 0. I think is what I want. I probably want to do that from button as well. Is there anything about mappings down here in button? Update axis, get mapping. Okay, no, there's not. So I can just ignore that. Sweet. Okay, loading. Still got that error. Every property null, reading axes. On line 57, column 38. In gamepad. 57, column 48. 38. Right here. Oh, I'm trying to do this. That's what we actually want. Okay, should have just connected with no errors. Okay, we've got a jiggly joystick, which is fine. That's pretty normal. But we've still got a loading thing, and it's not like... It's not indicating that it is loaded. So, that's in control settings. Saying gamepad is not ready, and we're loading. Okay? Use effect. We've got this listener. And we're going to say handle gamepad ready. So there is a selected gamepad, but gamepad is not ready. Okay, so this is not getting called. This only happens here. Console.log. Binding. Listeners. Settings. Controls. Gamepad. Okay. Binding listeners. So that happens. Clearly, handle gamepad ready is not getting called. Why not? I wonder. Oh, I know why. Because in update gamepad state, we are setting gamepad as ready. Gamepad.gamepad is ready. I think what we actually want, which is disgusting, is gamepad.gamepad is ready. Well, there's somewhere else that we're using this, I thought. Here we go. Maybe it's there. That doesn't do it either. Okay. So we're just gonna log the whole selected gamepad. Console.log. Selected gamepad. Hey, what's going on, Deontay? Sorry, I don't know how long your message was there. I just saw. Okay. Undefined and undefined. Okay. Got a selected gamepad now. Right here. Gamepad.gamepad. should have a state. So everything should be working there. Yeah. Label and value. Gamepad.gamepad. Set gamepads. Gamepad label value. Yeah, that's whatever. So we handle a gamepad change. This should be right. So let's just find out. Let's log it out. Let's do the same thing at the other spot that we update this. Handle gamepad is ready. Which is here. That happens in update gamepad state. Okay. Settings, controls. Update gamepad state. It says that the thing is false. I'm wondering if what's happening is that it is not ready when this is fired. But by the time we get to here, it has been made ready. Binding event listeners, let's look at the gamepad. There. Binding listeners, it says false. Is the gamepad ever getting marked as ready? Is it just perpetually not ready? Is that the issue? I wonder. No, it says true. It thinks it is ready. I hate this. This sucks. Why is this so busted? As we've only got about 5 minutes left in the stream. Why? Taking a step back. Why would this be so busted? Because it says it is not ready. And then if and then we set our ready listener. So it is possible, just very unlikely, that the ready event is being emitted between these two things. Let's do some looking in the emitter. I wonder if there's something weird going on in here. Like maybe we're not emitting stuff like I expect to. Console.log. Let's reload. Settings, controls, undefined. So let's connect the controller. Okay, so it is emitting ready. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Let's do some more logging on our listeners. So we're logging the event name, data doesn't matter. Let's do listener as well. Just package these up so it's a little nicer to look at. Settings, controls, connect our controller. Oh. Okay, that's not what I expected. Maybe it's failing to find the listeners? Maybe there's not a listener attached yet. Listeners. This dot listeners. Okay. Settings, controls. Get it connected. Alright, emit. Okay, yeah, there are no listeners listed for this. Okay. Let's see if this is working. Maybe this isn't the issue. Console.log. Bind listener. Let's see. Settings, controls. I mean, it sure seems like it's getting attached there. But there's nothing in the array. Oh my gosh. Wait. No, this should be fine. No, it's not. Okay, I see it. I see the issue. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. It's that. Becomes that. There we go. I see the bug. Okay, I saw a bug, but that did not fix it. Why? Okay, we're just gonna trash this. So that's one thing that we're doing. Just getting rid of all that proxy in there. It doesn't need to be there, it doesn't matter. Listener array. That proxy stuff. And then down here, I don't think it matters. Yeah, because that proxies other events on the thingy. Yeah, I think we're good there. I think we are otherwise fine. Okay. So I'm gonna go into here. I want to just check. We're just going to refresh and see how things are. And I guess I probably need to call it here in just a second. Still nothing when we go to emit. What the butts, man? On console.log. This thing. This dot private listeners. When we get to there, what is it? Like, what's on there? No, just listing out the listeners. Okay, it's right here. Okay, so there was something on there. I wonder if I need to just move this down. Like maybe that's the issue. I don't see why that would be the issue. That could be the issue, I guess. like stranger things have happened is basically where I'm at. Nope. Still not happening. Okay. Let's clean up some of my console logs, because I put a lot in. And I don't necessarily need them all. Okay, so that one is the one that I'm really listening for. Handle gamepad ready. That's the thing that is going to matter the most. Okay, we can get rid of this. Okay. Gamepad template. I don't even care about that right now. Event emitter. Let's just refresh and see what things we've got. Emit. Oh. Settings, controls. Alright, event name is ready. There are no listeners according to this. What if we force this into a new array? Oh. Event name. Bum ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum bum bum bum. Ba-dum bum. Ba-dum bum bum bum. Okay, so there are no listeners there. What if we just remove the off? What if we just are like, nah, man, don't ever turn it off? Let's see. So we're emitting the event, but there is nothing in that ready array. Let's see. Attached listener. Okay, there's that stuff. And then we're gonna say, when you go to off, add this in here because I'm not convinced that it's actually working. Say removed listener. Not iterable. Okay, so we've emitted ready. Theoretically, if I go into controls, this should just be working. I just want to point that out. All right. Attached and then immediately removed. Okay. Oh no, that should be fine. Well, that actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that could be because the listeners are attached, but the controller is already connected. So let's connect it. Okay. Let's also go into the gamepad real quick and disable these guys because they're great a lot of the times, but right now I don't need them. Okay, start fresh. attached listener and then immediately removed the listener. See, like that's problematic. Why is it immediately removing the listener? That's the thing that I'm having trouble with. Is it... Oh my gosh, because this needs to be a function. I've made my event emitter implementation a lot sturdier, so at least there's that. God, none of that had to happen. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe how bad I was just there. That was terrible. That was terrible. This stuff up, and then we can make sure this is all still working right, and then we can call it a night. Which sucks, because we just got to the good part where we can actually, like, hook up the controller animations and stuff. Hang on. I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do at least one. Okay. We're gonna go into the gamepad. No, gamepad template. That's where we want to be. And in here. In here. I think we're going to schedule another task. Import use Raphael. Okay. So we're gonna have gamepad state. Yep. Const gamepad state. State. By default, it will be gamepad. .gamepad.state. Maybe it'll just be that. Make sure that that's imported. Use state is. That is. Get rid of use effect because that doesn't matter. Set gamepad state. That'll be part of our use Raphael thingy. We will set gamepad state to gamepad.state. Next line, jsdoc/require jsdoc, because I ain't doing it right now. I'll do it later. Okay, controls manager isn't a thing. We just need gamepad. If gamepad changes, okay, so we set the gamepad state, and then we can use the gamepad state. We can actually get rid of the game manager. I don't think we need that anymore. Which means we can also get rid of use store, which is perfect. We can get rid of that whole use effect. Down here in our control sprites, we can update these, so if gamepad state changes at all, then we can use that. Okay, so gamepad state. Oh, okay. think we just need to console log it for the moment. And I think I'm actually going to have to get dirty with it as well. Oh, task with the ID 2? Well, that shouldn't be possible. But that seems like a sign that I need to shut down for the evening. So, I'm going to take a minute and we're going to do that. Yeesh. That is not a bug that should be possible. Somehow it is. So anyways, okay, everybody, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, please do me a favor. Go down below the video, find the little thumbs up-y thingy that says like beside it, and give it a little clicky-do, because it's free to you, and it helps me out a ton. Because the more people like it, the more people it gets in front of. The more people it gets in front of, the more people come to the stream, and the more people come to the stream, the more fun I have, and I hope you too. So, go ahead, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, you should probably hit that one too. No particular reason. Except that, you know, you'll make me happy. Anyways, we got a lot done, actually. Like, it doesn't feel like a lot because we didn't actually make any progress in making the UI do what I wanted to make it do. Like, it's not visually doing anything more, but we got a lot more of the infrastructure in place that it turns out was going to be necessary to make those things happen. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm going to keep working on this, and hopefully I'll have a screenshot Saturday on Twitter that'll be, you know, like, check out the gamepad thingy that I got working finally. Anywho, I'm going to hop off for the evening. If you're not already, make sure to come hop on, hang out on the Trezzy Codes, or Trezzy Studios Discord server. It's just trezzy.com/Discord will get you there. It's been real, and it's fun, and it's bun. It's bun. That's all I got to say. It's been real, and it's been fun, and it's been real fun. See you soon.